Girls don't play guitar. That was the message John Lennon gave to 4 young women from Liverpool who went on to form one of the first all-female rock and roll bands in the world.
Imagine that moment. They're going to tell us in a moment, actually. Imagine that moment. There you are. You meet them and you say, we're going to be an all-girl band. And John Lennon says,
Apparently he was quite snarky to people. We'll find out more. The Liverbirds is what the band was called. Found success in the 60s, playing with the likes of Chuck Berry, the Rolling Stones, and then they were billed as the female Beatles at Hamburg's well-known Star Club. Here's them playing.
Said the John was rocking, going round and round. Yeah, really not rocking, what a crazy sound. Said whatever started rocking, till the moon went down. Well, it sounds so sweet, had to take a chance. Rose out of my seats, just I had to dance. Started slapping my face, and clapping my hands. Peanut butter. Yeah, all my friends tell me that they got the mumps. Peanut butter. Yeah, by eating peanut butter in a great big chunk. Peanut butter. Yeah, I like peanut butter. You like peanut butter. Yeah, we like peanut butter too. Yeah, come on, let's go.
and Mary and Sylvia are both here now, the 2 surviving members of the Liverbirds. Morning.
Morning.
Can I say something right at the beginning, which is that I watched a bit of the archive footage you played. You were cool.
Yeah, of course.
Honestly, that's my overriding impression was at a time when I know you're breaking down lots of barriers and there's all that stuff attached to it, but fundamentally, you all look pretty cool.
Yeah. The start of it all, wasn't it, really?
Did it feel that way at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted us, yeah.
Didn't you go through quite a... Because I've read the book that you guys have put together, and didn't you go through a little bit of a kind of experimental phase when it came to your clothes before you found your style? Because wasn't there a lot of... I think there was corduroy at some point.
Oh gosh, yeah, we had red corduroys.
Red,
and that
that's it, like
absolutely
maroon or
terrible.
red corduroy trousers.
yeah.
And dresses. Yeah. And can you imagine me on drums with a dress, you know?
Well, I mean, because you on the drums, you say this in the book, you're very physical.
That's why I've got spondylitis now in my neck.
But flinging yourself around,
Yeah.
I cannot imagine wearing corduroy and kind of working yourself up into a sweat while playing the drums. It cannot have been comfortable.
Oh, no. I just got on with this, actually. I never thought about it, you know. It was just play.
Who is going to tell us the full version of the John Lennon meeting the Beatles moment?
I'll let Mary do it.
Yes, Mary, is that going to be yours? Come on,
That's gotta be mine,
paint
then.
the picture for us. How old are you at the time? You are...
16, 17,
Okay.
yeah. And went down to the cabin, and Bob Waller, who'd been waiting for us to finally start, said, would you like to come meet the boys? And we said, oh, God, yeah, that'd be great. So he takes us into this small dressing room and says, there was just Paul McCartney and John Lennon in there. And he said to them, this is the Liverbirds. They're going to be the very first all-female rock and roll band. Paul McCartney said, oh, my God, what a great idea. And then John Lennon just looked at... They were standing in their underpants, by the way, with a towel around their neck. And John Lennon just looked at us and said, girls don't play guitars.
So that made us more determined. We said, we're going to show him.
Yeah.
We're going to play.
Was he quite snarky?
I think he was being sarcastic,
Yeah.
but in a way I think he was trying to encourage us to prove us as well, yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Did you ever see him again?
No.
No.
Paul McCartney we've seen a few times, but not John Lennon, yeah.
Do you know, and it's in stark contrast, I think. I'm interested to see how much support you had as a girl group. Because I know, like, there were moments when a guitar string would break, and was it you?
That was Mary, yes.
And you cried when you were on stage.
I thought bass strings are thick; they don't break.
No,
they last
and your
forever.
hands. No, you've got very small.
I've got small hands as well. She's even got smaller hands.
For a drummer, it's quite interesting, isn't it? But so your string broke on stage, and you'd think, I don't know what the atmosphere would have been like, whether the others would have been supportive or not, but they were.
Well, Valerie just looked at me because she seen that I was having a problem with it. She was the lead guitarist. And I looked down and seen this thing hanging there and just started crying. And then
You cried on stage?
I cried on stage.
And I was at the back there in the drums. I didn't know what was happening. She was just turned around. The other girls were just carrying on, and she was just turned around, and then...
And we were playing with the Rolling Stones that day.
Oh, just drop that. Drop that name here, why don't you? You were playing with the Rolling Stones.
Do you want
that
any
day.
more?
Yes, more. Go on.
And then Bill Wyman came on stage, gave me his bass, took my bass away and put a new string on and brought it back to me.
Bill Wyman restringed your bass guitar.
And I've still got that string.
Where did you, at that very tender age, where did you all have the kind of pizzazz to go, we can do this? Because it's a bit, you're fighting all sorts of things, even now, to a degree you'd say that, but then...
Yeah, well, Valerie and I were friends, and Mary was with their cousins, and we just happened to all get, it's too long a story to sort of say, but we got together, and from there on, we were just friends, and that was the whole thing. We were friends for life. You know, I think because we came from all similar backgrounds, nobody was any posher than the other, nobody had any more money. Our families were all the same, and we just absolutely got on well.
Can I ask you, I'm trying to work out how to phrase this. As I understand it, it is sort of role reversal thing back in the day. It used to be the thing where male rock stars would see members of the audience and they'd kind of get together with them. Am I right in thinking it was a kind of a slight role reversal sometimes going on? Because someone had a partner who they saw in the crowd, and then that ended up being a relationship. Is that right?
Yeah, that's true.
Is that you?
That's true, yeah. Well, both of us.
Both of us, yeah.
So there was a fan in there?
Yeah.
Well, they were musicians as well, but they were fans. They were the biggest fans we had.
So you caught, you kind of, your eyes locked to your future partner who'd come to see you play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you
More
know.
or less, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, a big coin now.
No, to go ahead. That's what you want.
So they just got in touch, and then, you know, then...
Yeah, we sort of looked at each other, and then we knew they went into what was the beer shop, where the Beatles used to go, next door to the Star Club. And, of course, everybody used to go and drink in there when they finished their spots. And so we'd go in there, and there they were, and so that's how it happened.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And to think you wanted to be a nun.
I know, yeah. I'm determined as well.
I know you were. I've read all about it in the book. It's been really interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you both so much for
thank
coming
you,
and
thank
joining
you.
us on
Thank
the
you for
sofa.
having
Famous
us, yeah.
sofa.
Yeah, it's not
The
comfortable.
famous
is it?
sofa.
It's not
It's
comfortable.
lovely.
And there is some delightful archive footage. You know,
yeah.
it was a joy to watch, actually. It really
it
was.
was.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you both.
Yeah.
Thank
Hope
you.
we do again.
So do I.
They're still playing now as well. Still
Yeah,
playing.
absolutely. The Liverbirds are Life in Britain's first female rock and roll book. The book is out now in bookstores.